So, Brian, I know you had mentioned about cutting the cord a few months back. You're moving away from cable.
Yeah, I know I'm a little late to the game for this compared to some other people, but
All the cool kids cut the cord like a long time ago.
yeah, and I'm just like joining that circle as if I've been there the whole time. Like everyone's laughing, and I'm like trying to like join without anyone noticing. Um, screw basic cable. um, but no, I've gotten used to it because the reason I ultimately decided to do it was I had YouTube TV, which was great. I liked it, but as I was flipping through it, I just wasn't stopping as often as I thought I might, having, what's essentially basic cable. And so
Right.
then I was kind of like, well, why do I have it really?
Right.
At the price point that
Why are
it's
you paying like $90 for the option to maybe channel surf?
100% and probably more. I mean, with HBO and everything in the mix.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so anyway, I got rid of it, and now I'm pretty used to Pluto
Right.
TV, which is actually pretty great. They have a really wide selection. It's just like cable. There's commercials. It's not that that's good, but it reminds me of cable in sort of a way, and the variety is great. But as Christmas was approaching, I mentioned in the regular episode that I hadn't heard the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas Is You" song, and that's just one of those things I'm just used to encountering out in the world. Like you said, when you're at a mall or whatever, but we're going to malls less.
Right.
So as Christmas was approaching, I was like, oh, I haven't like watched any Christmas movies. And someone was like, have you watched Christmas Vacation, Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? And I was like, no, I feel like I've usually seen it like 5 times by now. And then
Mm.
it occurred to me, it's because it's playing 24/7 on AMC, which I don't have anymore.
Ah,
And
okay.
so I thought I was past all of the rituals or whatever you want to call it that I used to have with being able to channel surf and just encounter random things. But I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for Christmas. And if I was going to watch any of Christmas Vacation, I would have to either pop in like a Blu-ray or queue it up on some sort of app, and that's just not how I'm used to watching that movie for the past like 10 years. Like I'm used to, oh, here it is. And then I stop and then I watch 10 minutes of wherever it is. And then next day, right? Like, and I'm okay with that because that movie is so episodic. And, and then even on Christmas Day with my family, like, oh, well, here's the moment where the lights. And so it was really strange. And I was like, this is weird. I thought I was past it, but so, well, and then another example is I don't know if you've been following the Bears at all. Ever since I moved from Chicago, I
Yeah.
just like haven't followed sports hardly at all.
That's basically me. Yeah.
Yeah, but because when you're in like a sports town like Chicago, it's just in the air. You just naturally kind of know what's going on. But
Right.
out here, I just haven't. But the Bears have been doing really well, and I knew that there was an exciting game coming up with them, playing the 49ers. And I thought like, oh, maybe I'll catch that. And I just forgot about it. Anyway, it was from what I understand, an incredibly exciting game. I forgot about it. And then I realized I might not have even been able to watch it because,
Oh, right.
so I was looking for something to watch that night, and I probably would have flipped channels and come across it, but I couldn't come across it. I had nothing to flip. And then B, like I don't know how I would have watched it. I would have had to have thought a little bit about it. So I was like, oh, that's two instances recently where I guess I felt a little bit of like looking out my window, with the rain coming down a little bit, like I remember when I had cable. So I'm kind of curious, like, do you ever get like those little echoes, those little stings where you miss the spontaneity, or like where you would just be flipping and you would see that there's a Star Wars marathon on TNT and you're like, oh, cool, I'm going to watch, the last 45 minutes of Return of the Jedi. Like, there's so much more
Yeah.
intentionality to it. Like I'm less likely to just start Return of the Jedi. It was just
Yeah.
amazing stumbling across it, and I would almost always stop on it. So I'm
See,
kind of curious how you feel about
my equivalent of channel surfing is just flipping on whatever videos YouTube puts in my algorithm.
that. Ah,
Right. So I've fully habituated out of linear TV.
Mm-hmm.
But if there is an equivalent to channel surfing, it's that I'll just put on YouTube on my TV, and oh, here's this thing. Oh, here's that SNL sketch I laughed at 5 years ago. Here,
Right.
and it's just whatever it's putting in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and it drives my wife insane. Like she is like gets actively pissed off because you know I'm just following the breadcrumbs wherever they lead.
What about that does she irks her?
Because she's like, just pick a thing, and I'm like, no, this. I'm like,
Ah.
I literally say, I'm channel surfing right now. And then it'll put up like a clip from a movie that I like, and then I'll be like, yeah, I feel like watching that movie, and then I just jump over to Vudu and I'll put that on, or I'll put on that scene or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So definitely, like, obviously, channel surfing is something that I really think it's part of just that's what it means to be a man, is you channel surf.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing it for 40 plus years of my life.
I think channel surfing goes back to the caveman era. You know?
Right.
Well, you don't like what you're seeing on the cave, and you're looking for what other drawings can I see?
Yeah. So you just scoot like 10
Yeah.
degrees and then see what other drawings, scoot again, and
I
like
I
pick a
I,
drawing,
I think so. I think that's what it was like.
said Og's wife.
Uh, so I don't I do miss that aspect, but I would miss the $90+ a month more.
I mean, yeah, I think I still am fine with
Yeah.
it being gone, but it's just one of those things where, like, you catch a whiff of perfume that reminds you of your ex or something, and you're like, oh yeah, kind of like,
Yeah.
because just specifically with the types of movies that I typically only watch this time of year, and this is how I watched them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's strange. Okay, I guess I'll have to choose to start A Christmas Story. I'm just not
Right.
used to it.
Look, this is the conversation you and I were having a week or so back. For me, uh, I've really tried to drill down my collection of physical media, and while I don't have it dwarfs what it used to be.
Hmm.
I like the fact that I've got certain complete series sets, and I like having them on disc,
Hmm.
and I don't need to worry about, oh, what streaming service has it or whatever. It's like it's there,
Yep.
and I can just pull it up anytime I want, and it adds a degree of intentionality where you pop in the disc and you're watching. You go from one episode to the next, and you get to say, okay, I finished this disc.
Hmm.
Move on to the next one.
Hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, I get it. It's funny. I was talking with my buddy Michael. He's probably listening, and he asked if I had a 4K player,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Well, I don't. I mean, I have a PS5 which
Yeah.
plays 4K, but I haven't really started buying 4K discs. But like he got one for Christmas, and he was just talking about how cool it was. Like he's like,
Yeah.
it's worth it. Like the image is
It is.
beautiful. He got these movies that he's looking forward to watching in kind of like what you said, this really intentional way, in the most uh
Yeah. At present, it's the highest quality physical
highest
media.
quality version you can take in these specific movies.
Yeah.
And I think he subscribed to a service too. I was actually scrolling really fast through my text trying to find it, like Gamefly or something, where it's like kind of like Netflix, where
Oh,
you
interesting.
can, you don't have to buy all the things you want to watch at its highest fidelity. You can kind of rent them and send
Yeah.
them back in the mail with ease.
Oh, wow.
And when he said that, it made me think about what you had talked about too, where you're sort of doing the physical thing again, physical media thing. I was like, yeah, there's something I like about that. Like, I don't know that I'm going to build like this huge collection again, but like certain things
Right.
that either for me, it's a lot about like the extras, the bonus features, the commentaries, when I really want to delve into the world of a film I love.
That's right.
Or just certain films that I know I'll revisit enough that I want to see the best way possible. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like what is old is new again in a way, if that thing is just a really great way to enjoy that thing,
Well, there is this phenomenon, and we've probably talked about it on the show. It's called the paradox of choice,
Mm,
where when you have too many things to choose from, you end up choosing nothing.
right.
And I think I go through that just looking at my shelf of discs.
Hmm.
And so one can only imagine how much happens when you're scrolling through screen after screen of movies on Netflix or what have you, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I think weirdly it is freeing to have a limited number of options
Yeah. Sure.
because it just narrows your focus accordingly, you know.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, like even for me, like I don't have a huge disc collection, but it's it's I would suspect it's bigger than many people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very like, okay, I have like tiers for. There's some movies I don't mind just having access to via my digital locker. Other stuff, it's like, no, I want the best version. I want the one on disc.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I mean, The Godfather looks amazing on disc. So if I'm going to watch it, I'm going to watch the disc version.
Right.
I actually just got Superman, the '78 movie, the whole all four of those I got on
Oh,
4K.
cool.
And I mean, I know every inch of that movie, the '78 movie, but I'll be darned if it doesn't look slightly more impressive
Mm.
on disc.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think there's something to that. Yeah. RoboCop, by the way, oh my gosh, the 4K transfer is amazing.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I mentioned a couple episodes ago, like I had bought Miracle Mile
right?
a little while back, just because it was a movie that I thought was interesting, and I wanted to delve into it because there was a couple commentaries and
Yeah,
whatever. And just the other night, I was like, oh, I never listened to that commentary, and it was kind of cool. Instead of flipping for an hour, I went to
right.
my shelf, got that Blu-ray, popped it in, and enjoyed. I watched it to revisit it, and then I listened to the commentary immediately afterwards, and then put it back on the shelf. And there was something kind of nice about it.
What a concept!
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, there's a couple trailers out. Did you see? We talked about the Avengers Endgame
Mm-hmm.
trailers last time. That we did they did the Steve Rogers. Sorry, spoiler. Steve Rogers will return
Mm-hmm.
in Avengers Doomsday. Then we talked about that last time. Did you see that there's two more?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Are they both official or is only one
One
official?
one is official. One will be official shortly after this
Yeah,
episode, probably. So I think we can comfortably talk about both.
I think so.
So we got the Thor will return trailer,
Yeah.
and
So
it's
similar to the Steve Rogers one, it's kind of a moody, sort of slow-mo dollying around the character, contemplative kind of thing. Like it's not action-packed or a lot of scenes from the film, right? It's kind of like a character study or whatever.
well, this is moody Thor.
Yes.
So we're sort of bypassing Waka Waka Thor from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, yeah. Lebowski Thor, Waka Waka Thor.
Right. He's got the short hair, so we know he's serious.
Mhm.
And it does feel like a very intentional tonal reset on the part of the Russos to sort of draw some distance between this one and Thor: Love and Thunder.
Hey, this is Brian, and that was a 15-minute preview of a 45-minute bonus episode that you can hear in its entirety exclusively on our Patreon feed. As we mentioned in our regular episode, we've been looking for ways to add extra value for our Patreon subscribers, and we were noticing our episodes were getting longer and longer. So we thought, why not take the extra material we've been holding back on, some trailer talk, extra headlines, and some random topics we've wanted to chat about, and turn those conversations into bonus episodes for our Patreon feed. Our regular show isn't changing, but we'd like to keep it to around 2 hours maximum, and this is a way for us to share more material and provide more for our subscribers for only $5 a month. So if you're interested in enjoying an ad-free listening experience of the show and our commentaries, and would like to hear our bonus conversations and digressions, head over to patreon.com/moviefilmpodcast and hit subscribe. We'd be very grateful.